Highly esteemed history teacher and soccer coach, Mr. Bungarden is well known for his tie collection. We went to find out more.
How did your tie collection begin?
When I first began teaching, I wore a tie and had a couple ties, and then I went to a store, found a couple of Save the Children ties, which are little children flags. They're pretty colorful, and so I wore a few more ties, and just over the years, ran across a tie that was interesting. I'd buy it, and then students started to give me ties, and things have gone from there. I have Dr. Seuss ties. Students like those. I have a number of historical ties. Battle of Gettysburg, the Lincoln tie, a couple of Andy Jackson ties. Those are cool. I have a tie of just semi-historically blasphemous, Bugs Bunny sitting in place of Lincoln in the Lincoln Memorial. Any number of ties that have been given to me by students, which are always wonderful to receive. Teresa, when Teresa Noyle was traveling for the national U20 team, she went on a trip to England, brought back a Man U tie. There was a student who was a big fan of Barcelona, so I have a Barcelona tie. I got a tie that's sort of a generic sort of soccer player kicking a soccer ball tie. A couple of ties that were made by students of me, so there's a picture of me on the tie. Students, what they'll ask is, how many ties do you have? And sometimes they like the tie. And there's a couple students who comment on whatever the primary color of the tie is versus the shirt, and apparently I don't do the color thing very well. So I hear about that on occasion. But mostly it's about it. And then every now and then students bring back and they have a tie. This tie is actually a Tufts tie. And there's a student attending Tufts now. I think she should be a sophomore this year there. And after she went to Tufts, suddenly one day in the mail, there's this tie. We have in our house one closet that about half of it is ties.
Really? Do you have an estimation of how many ties you have?
Matthew counted them last year. Less than 150, more than 125, I think. Students are intrigued by ties just because, unlike my high school experience, which was, as we've established, long time ago, where teachers more commonly wear ties. They're not commonly worn now in schools, so it's a little different, and I think that creates the response from students.
For INfocus, I'm Alexia Garcia.